U.S. President Joe Biden responded to Iran's missile attack on Israel, which occurred on Saturday, 13/4/2024. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu intends to put pressure on Iran by launching retaliatory strikes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu intends to put pressure on Iran by launching retaliatory strikes. Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi issued a warning to Israel if it retaliated against the April 13 attacks. Benjamin Netanyahu, on this occasion, protested and claimed to be discouraged by the attitude of Russian representatives at the UN and in other international organizations that have always been anti-Israel. Iran's Air Force is largely made up of old-fashioned U.S. aircraft that have far outgrown their operational lifespan. Therefore, Tehran was forced to buy 50 Su-35 fighters from its ally, Russia. Iran has warned the United States to stay away from conflict between Iran and Israel. Iran's representative to the United Nations said Tehran would hit Israel more severely if Israel and its allies retaliated. Iran has confirmed it has launched dozens of drones and missiles at Israel, amid heightened tensions between the two countries following an attack on the Iranian consulate in Damascus, Syria, last week. Iran's military action is a response to the Zionist regime's aggression against our diplomatic location in Damascus. This issue can be considered completed, said Iran's permanent mission at the UN in a post on social media X reported by Arab News, Sunday, April 14, 2024. Iran is reportedly anticipating the arrival of the first batch of Su-35 Superflanker fighter jets from Russia, which are scheduled to be delivered next week. Interestingly, Al Jazeera, a Kuwaiti newspaper published last week, reported that the fighter jet was already in Iranian territory, but the jet had not yet been launched due to the absence of important components from Russia. Due to objections from Israel and countries in the southern Persian Gulf, Russia has hitherto refrained from providing critical Su-35 components to Iran. Reported by the Bulgarian military 24th, this situation has limited the use of Iranian fighter jets only for training and short-range tasks. Nevertheless, Putin has hinted at this change in attitude, which indicates the potential readiness of Russia to supply such components, as concluded in a report from Khabar Online. Iran will receive a batch of Sukhoi Su-35 aircraft from Russia next week as part of cooperation between the two countries. A total of 24 Sukhoi Su-35 aircraft are scheduled to arrive in Iran, with the aim of anticipating a possible conflict with Israel. The measures are aimed at enhancing Iran's military capabilities and will complement the Russian-made Yakovlev Yak-130 fighter aircraft it has previously supplied to Iran. This is the Sukhoi Su-35 fighter jet. Sukhoi Su-35 fighter jet specifications. The manufacturer refers to the Su-35 as a fourth-generation fighter aircraft, although it is essentially an upgraded version of the Su-27 released in 1977. The Su-35 is a very fast and highly maneuverable jet with a long range, exceptional altitude capability, and can carry heavy weaponry. Its presence poses a major threat to Western fourth-generation fighter aircraft, such as the Eurofighter Typhoon, Dassault Rafale, and F-15C or F-A-18E Super Hornet. However, the Su-35 is still far inferior to the US F-22 Raptor, which has stealth capabilities. The Su-35 was designed based on the Su-27's time-tested fuselage. Its large, powerful engines give the Su-35 the ability to super-glide for extended periods of time, while achieving ultrasonic speeds, without the use of afterburners. In addition, the engine also has a three-dimensional thrust vector that makes the Su-35 very advanced in maneuverability. This makes the Su-35 the only fighter to use two-plane thrust vector nozzles, while similar aircraft such as the F-22 Raptor and Su-30 Mki have nozzles that only vector in one plane. The Su-35 can carry 11.5 tons of fuel. The Su-35's long range allows it to escort Su-24 interdictors. The Su-35 is a multi-role fighter equipped with advanced avionics, including a passive phased array radar. It also has infrared search and tracking capabilities.